Imagine a world where dragons are real, where the undead lurk in the snowy wilderness, and where kings and queens play a deadly game for power. Welcome to the realm of Game of Thrones. This epic tale, based on George R.R. Martin's series of fantasy novels, transports us to the continent of Westeros, a land divided by 7 feuding kingdoms and a vast, uncharted, icy wilderness. In the heart of it all is the Iron Throne, a symbol of ultimate power sought by many, but held by few. In the first season, we're introduced to a cast of complex characters, each with their own ambitions, alliances, and enemies. From the honorable Stark family in the north to the cunning Lannisters in the south. From exiled Princess Daenerys Targaryen across the sea to the Night's Watch, guarding the realm against the chilling threats beyond the wall. And so, the game begins. With a king's death, a realm is plunged into chaos. As the throne lies empty, the realm is shattered into pieces, each vying for control. The War of the Five Kings, which engulfs seasons 2 and 3, sees power plays and political maneuvering at their finest. It's a time of uncertainty and chaos, with 5 monarchs all claiming sovereignty over the 7 kingdoms. Robb Stark, the king in the north, seeks revenge for his father's death. Stannis and Renly Baratheon, brothers of the late King Robert, each assert their own royal claims. Balon Greyjoy declares independence for his Iron Islands, and the cunning Joffrey Baratheon sits on the Iron Throne itself. A critical juncture arrives with the Red Wedding, a bloodbath that forever alters the landscape of power. Orchestrated by Tywin Lannister, it's a brutal demonstration of the lengths some will go to win this game of power. In the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. And for many, death came all too soon. From the ashes of war, a new power emerges, riding on the wings of dragons. In the heart of Essos, we witness the rise of Daenerys Targaryen, a tale that starts in exile and ends with a crown. Cast out and sold, Daenerys transforms from a pawn into a queen. Her journey is one of resilience and determination, marked by the hatching of 3 dragon eggs, a miracle thought impossible. With her dragons, she becomes a force to be reckoned with, a beacon of hope for the oppressed. Her reign begins in the city of Meereen, where she breaks chains and frees slaves. Through fire and fear she rules, but also with compassion and justice. Daenerys embodies the spirit of a true Targaryen, proving to all that she is not just a queen, but a dragon queen. With fire and blood, Daenerys Targaryen has claimed her place in the Game of Thrones. As the realm reels from war, a greater threat looms beyond the wall. Winter has come, and with it, the chilling winds of an ancient menace stir. The White Walkers, those spectral beings of ice and death, have become an escalating threat, not just in the tales of Old Nan, but in the grim reality of Westeros in seasons 6 and 7. The Night King, the leader of this frosty horde, has emerged from the shadows of legend, a chilling embodiment of winter's wrath. With his piercing blue gaze, he leads his army of the undead, the Whites, who are as relentless as they are numerous. The Night King's power is fearsome, his command over the dead absolute. He can raise the fallen with a mere gesture, swelling his ranks with each battle, each skirmish, and each unfortunate encounter. The threat of the White Walkers is not just their numbers or their leader, but the fear they instill. They bring with them a cold that seeps into the bones, a dread that darkens the heart, and a despair that drowns hope. They are a storm that sweeps across the north, leaving naught but death and ice in their wake. The Battle of Winterfell, a grim testament to their might, was a night of terror and heroism. It was a fight not for glory or for power, but for survival. It was a battle against the night, against the cold, against death itself. Each clash of steel against ice, each fiery arrow, each desperate charge was a cry of defiance, a beacon of hope in the freezing darkness. In this battle, old rivalries were set aside, and petty squabbles were forgotten. For in the face of such a foe, what are borders and thrones? What are crowns and gold? They are but trinkets and lines in the snow, meaningless against the relentless march of the White Walkers. In the face of death, the realm must stand united or fall divided. For winter is not just coming, winter is here. With the dawn of a new day, the final battle begins. As we venture into the heart of the last season, we're drawn to the Battle of King's Landing, a pivotal moment that defines the fate of the Seven Kingdoms. The city, a symbol of power and prestige, becomes the stage for a fiery dance of dragons and a clash of titans. The Dragon Queen, Daenerys Targaryen, once a beacon of hope and a liberator, succumbs to the Targaryen madness. The bells of surrender toll, yet the dragon fire rains down, reducing the city to ashes. A tragic twist of fate. The queen turned conqueror. The breaker of chains becomes the breaker of spirits. Simultaneously, we witness the Stark siblings, Sansa and Arya, showcasing their resilience and strategic brilliance. They've weathered countless storms, and their evolution from mere pawns to key players in the Game of Thrones is truly compelling. In the midst of chaos, a quiet yet powerful moment unfolds. Jon Snow, the reluctant hero, is faced with the ultimate test of loyalty. Torn between his love for Daenerys and his duty to the realm, he makes the heart-wrenching decision to plunge his sword into his queen, ending her reign of terror. The Iron Throne, the coveted seat of power, meets a fiery end at the dragon's wrath. A poignant reminder that power is transient, and the pursuit of it often leads to one's downfall. The wheel is finally broken with Bran the Broken's ascension to the throne. An unexpected choice, yet symbolizing a break from the cycle of power and conquest. A king who holds no desire for power, but wisdom and foresight. In the end, the Game of Thrones leaves no winners, only survivors. The quest for the Iron Throne brought forth immense carnage, but also led to a new dawn, a dawn of hope, wisdom, and an era where power doesn't define rule, but justice and wisdom do. A fitting end to a saga that captivated millions, a saga of power, passion, and the human spirit. So,